What if I told you that one of the healthiest habits you've been praised for after 50 might be quietly hiding a problem? Most people over 50 are doing what they believe is right. They walk every day, they stay active, they avoid risky workouts, they listen to their doctors, and on the surface, that sounds responsible. But here's what almost no one explains clearly. Walking is movement, but movement is not the same as strength. And strength is what keeps you upright, steady, and independent as the years go by. According to research published by the National Institutes of Health, adults lose between 1 and 2% of muscle mass every year after age 50. That loss doesn't always show up on the scale. It doesn't always show up in how far you can walk, but it shows up somewhere else, in how easily you stand up, in how stable you feel on one leg, in how confident your body feels when something unexpected happens. This video is not about blaming walking. Walking is good. Walking is healthy. Walking should stay part of your life. But what if walking alone isn't telling you the full truth about your body anymore? What if you're active, but still getting weaker? Today I'm going to walk you through 5 subtle signs your body may be losing strength, even if you walk every day. These are not dramatic warning signs. They're quiet ones, the kind most people miss, until one day they matter. And if you notice even one of these signs, don't panic, because awareness is not a diagnosis, it's an opportunity. Let's begin. Sign 5. You need your hands to stand up more often. Let's start with something simple. Picture yourself sitting in a chair, no armrests, feet flat on the floor. Now imagine standing up. Did your hands automatically reach for something? The chair, your thighs, the armrest, the table is nearby? If so, you're not alone. Most adults over 50 begin using their hands to stand up without even realizing it. Not because they're lazy, not because they're weak, but because their body has learned to compensate. Standing up from a chair is one of the most fundamental strength tests your body performs every day, and it relies heavily on your glutes, thighs, and core. When those muscles are strong, standing feels natural. When they weaken, your brain looks for help, so it recruits your arms. According to physical therapy research, frequent hand-assisted standing is one of the earliest indicators of declining lower body strength, even in active adults. Walking doesn't train this movement pattern. Walking moves you forward. Standing requires you to lift your body against gravity. That's a very different demand. The danger isn't that you use your hands sometimes. The danger is when your body needs them. Because if you need your hands at home, what happens when the chair is lower, the surface unstable, your hands are occupied? This isn't about fear, it's about awareness. If standing up is slowly becoming a push instead of a rise, your body is asking for strength, not more steps. Sign 4. You feel less stable when you slow down or stop. Here's something interesting. Many people over 50 say, "I feel fine when I'm walking, but stopping feels awkward." Standing still at a crosswalk, pausing at the top of stairs, waiting in line, you shift your weight, you adjust your stance, you feel the urge to lean on something. That's not clumsiness, that's balance strength. Walking creates momentum. Momentum hides weakness. When you stop moving, your muscles must stabilize you, especially the small muscles around your hips and core. Research from balance and aging studies shows that static balance declines faster than walking ability. In other words, you can still walk long distances, while your ability to stand steady quietly fades. This is why many falls don't happen while walking fast. They happen during turns, pauses, and transitions. Walking alone doesn't challenge your balance system enough to maintain it, and your body doesn't warn you loudly, it whispers. If standing still feels harder than it used to, your strength isn't gone, it's just undertrained. Sign 3. You feel one side of your body stronger than the other. This sign is subtle but incredibly important. Think about climbing stairs, stepping onto a curb, carrying groceries, getting into a car. Do you always lead with the same leg? Most people do. At first, it's preference. Over time, it becomes dependent.
Walking allows this imbalance to hide because both legs move forward together. But daily life doesn't work that way. Life demands single-leg strength. Studies in older adults show that side-to-side strength imbalance is a strong predictor of instability and fall risk, even then overall fitness. One leg quietly does more work, the other slowly fades. You don't feel weak, you feel uneven. And the longer this goes unnoticed, the more your joints and back take the strain. If one side feels less trustworthy than the other, that's not age, that's a strength gap. And the good news is, strength gaps are highly trainable at any age. Sign 2. You feel tired from daily tasks, not from exercise. Here's a big one. You finish your walk and feel okay, but later, carrying laundry feels heavy, standing while cooking feels draining, errands leave you unusually fatigued. This confuses many people. They think, I walk every day, why do I feel tired? Because endurance and strength are different systems. Walking builds cardiovascular endurance. Daily tasks require muscular strength. When muscles weaken, they demand more energy to do the same job. That leads to fatigue, even if your heart is healthy. Research on aging metabolism shows that muscle loss reduces efficiency. Your body works harder to do less. This is why people can be active yet feel exhausted by normal life. It's not a motivation problem, it's a muscle problem. And the solution isn't more walking, it's restoring strength so your body doesn't have to struggle through basic tasks. Sign 1. You've stopped doing certain movements without realizing it. This is the most important sign of all, not pain, not injury, avoidance. You stop squatting low, you avoid uneven ground, you hesitate before stairs, you choose convenience over confidence, and you don't even notice it happening. This is how strength loss truly shows up, not as failure, but as quiet adaptation. Your body says, let's not do that anymore, and slowly your world shrinks. According to geriatric movement research, self-limited movement is one of the strongest predictors of future mobility decline, not because the movement was dangerous, but because it was avoided long enough for strength to disappear. Walking keeps you moving, strength keeps you capable. Without strength, caution becomes restriction, and restriction becomes loss of independence. What this all means: if you recognized one of these signs or several, pause here. This is not bad news, this is information. Your body is not broken, it's adaptable. Science shows that adults in their 50s, 60s, and even 70s can rebuild strength faster than expected when the right muscles are trained, safely and intentionally, not through extreme workouts, not through pain, but through targeted, functional movement. Walking should stay, but walking needs support. Strength is that support. What comes next? In the next video, I'll show you 5 simple joint-safe strength movements designed specifically for adults over 50. No gym required, no heavy weights, no complicated routines. Just movements that restore balance, protect your joints, rebuild confidence, and help you trust your body again. If this video gave you clarity, take a moment to like it, not for the algorithm, but so others can find this message too. And if you want to age with strength instead of caution, consider subscribing, because your next chapter isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters. Your body is still listening. The question is, what message will you send it next?